This is Guy D. He is, the kids refer to him as the power behind the throne on this with this university group. What is your description of your role? Do you have a title?
My title on the website is I am the public address announcer for the band. So I provide voiceover at all of our performances. In practice, I do a lot of logistical and equipment stuff too. I do the seating chart for the stands at football games. I help get kids lined up. I load them up the equipment truck. And am generally a runner and assistant wherever I'm needed.
Okay. And now you were in the marching band.
I was in the marching band. Back when I started in 2004, the band was so small that they needed to recruit local high schoolers to fill empty spots in the drill. So I started marching with the college marching band when I was 14 years old. And I marched all the way through high school and then all the way through college. I did a total of 10 seasons on the field with the band. And when I decided to stop marching, I decided to continue on staff. So this is my 16th season with the band now. I've not missed a single uniform show in 16 years.
Wow, that's amazing. And what was your major when you were in college?
I majored in music education, but I never finished the degree. It wound up just not being the right fit for me career-wise. I have since moved on to a career in the software sector. So I work with computers. I'm actually a technical trainer these days. So I didn't wind up going into music as a career, but it's always been something that has been very interesting to me.
Yeah. Now, I understand you are not from Eau Claire now. You live in Madison.
I live in Madison. I am from Eau Claire. That's where I was born. That's where I was raised. But I moved to Madison about 5 years ago for work. But I still come back to the band. I'm still back every single weekend in the fall and for every one of these trips.
Now, this sounds funny to say, are you still involved in music? Of course you're still involved in the band, but do you play or do anything outside of the band?
I fell away from playing for a couple of years, but recently, like the end of last summer, I have started renting a practice space in Madison, and I've started playing trombone again, which I have missed terribly. I'm not playing in any groups yet, but I plan to find a community theater, play in some pit orchestras, that kind of thing, because it is something that I used to do up until I was maybe 24, 25, and I really enjoyed it, and I miss it.
I interviewed a couple of the kids yesterday, and all of them said, yeah, I can't stop. I got to find a way to keep going with it. So that was neat to hear. What do you see as the role of music in the kids' lives? And all these kids that have been doing this music for so long, because that's what, like the kids I interviewed yesterday, I just can't stop. I don't know how to just put the stop button on. Where might they go? What might they do in music?
Well, honestly, I think it's less about what musically you're doing. Like specifically, like whether you're playing an instrument in this group or singing in that choir, whatever, regardless of what you're doing specifically in music, music is uniquely a way for people to connect and to work together and to make meaningful connections in their lives, right? Like, you can make friends a lot of ways, but there's something really unique about performing or working with a musical ensemble, the teamwork that's required, the coordination that's required, the sense of community and togetherness that's required to be successful. Those are really hard to come by in other walks of life. You know, you don't generally get that with coworkers at a job, really, or you know, in an academic class. There's some of it, but in music, we are all working towards this goal, and we all need to be together to do it. And that creates a really unique sense of family and belonging that I think is a really important thing, a really meaningful thing to have in one's life.
Well, see, like I always tell you, there's nothing like music. Thank you.